Okay. All right. Well, thank you. We are here with Erwin. Today is all about WhatsApp API, and with Erwin that he has a website about solutions, reviews about WhatsApp API tools. He's going to explain why you need or not WhatsApp API, how to use it, considerations, and also solutions you can choose and consider to start working with WhatsApp API. So welcome, Erwin, and please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Cesar. Thank you for being here. Yeah, my name is Erwin van Ginkel. I have a background in business administration. And what I do now is I help companies with the implementation of the WhatsApp Business API, mainly the Business API. You can do it also in other ways like chat with us, but mainly the Business API. So that's my main target, and what I do to do that is I have a website in which I review the platforms to do it with, the SaaS platforms, and I have an active WhatsApp community. So a WhatsApp community about WhatsApp business with a couple of hundred entrepreneurs, developers, agencies, all kinds. So that's my job in short.
No, fantastic, and thank you for sharing your experience knowledge, because I think it's going to help other users. Because it's true that I think WhatsApp API is a bit confusing in terms of what it is, and what's the difference from WhatsApp Business or WhatsApp, no, as it is. So if you can start from that, I think will be great for
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Well, it is well it you have the WhatsApp web protocol. That's what you use when you use WhatsApp on your browser, for example. And some applications use this technology in their applications, so you can sync your WhatsApp with that application, and from there you can use your WhatsApp within the application. So actually not on the browser, but in the browser in the application. It's a little bit hard to explain, but that's how it works. And then this exists for, I don't know exactly, but for 10 years or something. But then WhatsApp is also monetizing and developing Meta. And what they did is they introduced the WhatsApp Business API. And with the WhatsApp Business API, well, an API is used to to manage your messages. That's all it is. And what means managing? Well, it can be everything. It's like you send a message as a company, or you get a message. You can put it in an automation. You can put it in a shared inbox. You can have a broadcast. You can do everything with the message. So the world opens. It's a little bit hard to explain because, well, what people are used to is sending each other messages from one message and they receive another message back. But for example, with the WhatsApp Business API, you can buy products. You can use forms. Today, I heard you can have a browser within WhatsApp. So you click, for example, a company. They send you, hey, click here to check out, and you click on the button, and you don't go to a browser, but the browser is within WhatsApp. So everything is possible with the WhatsApp Business API.
Yeah.
And WhatsApp is developing it very fast. So the coming years will be, well, a lot of things are going to happen.
Yeah, but also just to frame a bit about WhatsApp API. I
Yeah.
mean, is WhatsApp API for, let's say, individuals or a freelance, for example?
Well, at the moment, mostly enterprise level companies use the WhatsApp Business API. For example, in aviation, airlines are using it to do the customer support, for example. You see it more with for advertisement, marketing, sending brochures. That's getting more and more. There is now also coming a little bit more the shops, but it still is the big one. So do small freelancers, are they able to use it? Yes, technically yes, but it's a little bit complicated to use it. So most don't use it, and they don't need it because they have their personal WhatsApp. So they don't use it.
Okay, and about the requirements, I mean, like if I go to if I go to a provider or Facebook directly, what I need to do to get a WhatsApp API? I mean, how is the sign up process, or what I need to what I need to have before applying to WhatsApp API?
Yeah, technically you can go directly to Facebook and arrange the Facebook API. That's possible, but to be honest, that's mainly for developers, because you need some technical skills to use it, and there are some hiccups in the process. So what it actually is, you go to a provider, a business service provider, or a meta tech provider. It's a platform that enables you to use the business API in a more friendly way. It's like Chatwit, and then there are numerous platforms that offer you the entrance to the WhatsApp Business API. And what you need for it, well, the most important thing is you need a new number. So you can't use your existing number with WhatsApp Business. So that's a major thing to keep in mind. Don't use a number that is already used for WhatsApp. Use a new number.
Correct. Yeah, and that's sometimes is already like a breakdown, no, for some users or companies, because hey, I have my number since 2000 and I don't want to change my number. So, but that's important, no? That's a requirement for WhatsApp API. You need to have a new number, and you are going to need to share with your customers like, hey, the new official number is this one, no? Because there is going to be a change in the number. And also, just to be clear, this is a paid solution whatsoever. I mean,
this is a paid solution. You pay for each and every conversation, not for incoming conversation, for each outgoing conversation. You pay. Also, very important to know, when you use the business API, well, Meta wants to restrict the advertisement. So they don't want to get your WhatsApp channel to be an advertisement channel, because, well, people will leave WhatsApp, and that's the worst thing what can happen to Meta. So what they did is they created templates, and you have to a template. You can, for example, when I as a company use the WhatsApp Business API, when I want to send outgoing messages, I have to create a template. Actually, I have to create the message and let it be approved by Meta. Correct. That sounds very complicated, but the approval process is sometimes within minutes, sometimes within an hour. Most times it's always within an hour. And for example, you can use standardized messages, for example. So that you start a conversation. When someone responds, you can communicate with this person freely without without the need of the template.
Correct. But so just for users, no, just to be clear, you need to have a new number, and you are going to pay for the service. So just to consider those two things are important.
Exactly, yeah.
And there is a third one that I think is also very cool, and from coming from Meta, that is, you no longer can use your WhatsApp applications, no? That also is very funny, from
yeah, it's the way it is now, and I don't see it has to be changed. So it's actually for freelancers and the real small companies, it's not so attracting at the moment. But well, where you are, for example, in school, and you have you have your phone number. You can use your phone number, you can use your landline number, and you can register your phone number as a WhatsApp number. So your land number isn't used as a WhatsApp account, so you can use that one. And then you can communicate with the hundreds of parents, with the youth, with all the people who are involved at the school. So it is interesting. It is interesting.
Okay, so that's the so those are three issues that make WhatsApp Business API a bit harder to for users to engage, no, because the the jump, from what they have right now to what they are going to have is a bit complicated.
Yeah, and
Also,
we have
I
to
mean,
make
sorry.
we have to make it a little bit more complicated, because we are now talking about WhatsApp Messenger, the WhatsApp app. We are talking, and I was talking about the WhatsApp Business API, but there is also a WhatsApp Business app. And
Yeah.
the WhatsApp Business app it looks like the WhatsApp Business Messenger, this the apps on your phone. It has a little bit different functionalities. It's more towards companies, but the WhatsApp Business app is also not the WhatsApp Business API. So in terms of terminology, it's kind of confusing. So if you download, you are going to the Play Store or the Apple Store, and you search for WhatsApp Business, you will find an app. But that's not the WhatsApp Business API, which gives you all the opportunities of automation, of selling, of whatever.
Correct.
So
Correct. Correct.
yeah, that's get it a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, no, that's true, and also, I mean, in our case, when we talk with businesses, we ask, like, how many members are in your team,
Yeah,
If it's less than 5, we recommend using WhatsApp Business, WhatsApp Business application,
exactly.
because with WhatsApp Business you can share your WhatsApp with up to 5, let's say, devices. It can be computers, can be phone. So if you are under that number, WhatsApp Business app is fantastic. You can use it. You don't need to go to WhatsApp Business API. If your team is larger, I mean, if you are 10, 20, 100 team members, of course you need a WhatsApp API. That's mandatory. And also the other thing you mentioned, is automation. I mean, the moment you want to do something automated from your CRM, IRP, e-commerce, whatever, you need WhatsApp API. So I think those are the the limits of WhatsApp Business, and then WhatsApp API. But the requirements, as you mentioned, new number, paid solution, those are important to keep in mind.
Yeah, and to mention, for example, examples for enterprises or for medium-sized businesses, it's, for example, the shared inbox. So people message your company via WhatsApp, and normally you get it on an app on one phone, and what you said, you can have it on multiple phones with WhatsApp Business. But with the WhatsApp Business API, you can have it in a shared inbox, and you can sync it with your CRM, for example.
Yeah.
So you track the messages, and you can involve and integrate them in all the processes you are doing. So what you see is many companies use HubSpot, many companies use Pipedrive, many companies use Monday. Now all that kind of software, ActiveCampaign, Mailchimp, all that kind of software. What you see now is that the WhatsApp Business API integrates these platforms with WhatsApp. So you have in your CRM, for example, you have also not only the emails people receive, but also the WhatsApp messages. So, and for big companies, they need a 360 overview of customer
communications.
communication. So it's, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer for big companies with customer support and marketing. Selling, it depends. But for customer support, surely, and for the small companies, possible.
No, I mean, I think for for any, I mean, we think for any B2C company, I think WhatsApp support, I think, is mandatory, as you are saying. If you automate that support or is human, that's up to you. But I think the WhatsApp channel, I think, is the most convenient for any customer. I mean, if I need to make any complaint, or if I need to send an issue, or if I need to start a process with my utility company, airlines, phone company, car company, I think WhatsApp is for everyone the most convenient channel. I can send photos, documents, location, you name it, and the company can sync all that data no, with their existing CRM using WhatsApp API. No, that's the key part, no, about that.
And from the perspective of Chatwit, from which use cases is your application mostly used?
No, I mean we focus on small businesses, micro businesses, and freelancers. So we are more about using WhatsApp and WhatsApp Business, not using WhatsApp API. But it's because we think there are a lot of small businesses out there that they need a CRM, WhatsApp base, but they don't need a WhatsApp API because they don't need automation and they don't need a shared inbox, with more than 5 users. So for all those users, what we do is enough. And if they need to move to something bigger, they can continue working with us, in some aspects, and then they will need to do an integration with HubSpot that we provide, or Salesforce. We provide also integrations with those CRMs because it's the way to keep going. No, but obviously, I mean, and I think this is important to keep in mind. All those solutions are pricey. HubSpot can be in the 1,000 per month easily.
Yeah.
Salesforce is I think it's in the 100 per agent connected. So on top of whatever you have. So I mean, we need to think about about pricing, and I think your experience here with all the providers is going to be fantastic. But I mean, we provide a very affordable solution, and we don't want to compete with these type of solutions that are very expensive. And that's where we want to stay.
Now, it has also been my background because, well, when I discovered the WhatsApp Business API, my first was on my mind was, why are the small companies or the sport groups or the churches or this type of organization that have a budget of, let's say, 100 or 200 euros a month, but nothing more. What could they use for a software platform, a SaaS platform, the intermediary platform, what I explained, in order to use the WhatsApp Business API? And that was the start of my search and of the start of my website, in which I compared the platforms, because I wanted to see which platforms were focusing on this audience, which is 80% of the companies. Probably 90% of the companies are just the companies with, now, at most 10 people, but mostly less. So and that is it still is quite hard to find a solution in which it's only cost you 100 euros a month, for example. It's you can get from India and that, but it is still a search.
Yeah, no, but I think the church is a good example, no, and I think we can do like a comparison, so people can see where to use WhatsApp API and where to use WhatsApp Business. No, I think if you are one church and you want to get donations, or you want to send information about your community, your events, WhatsApp Business plus Chatwit, if you consider, is enough. I mean, it's going to get the job done. You're going to be able to do everything. You're going to be able to send the news, get payments, all that. Let's say you are a community of churches. No, let's say you have 5 churches in one state or one city or one country or something like that. I think in that case you need WhatsApp API, no, because you're going to coordinate all your branches. You're going to coordinate all your
groups you have within the churches, the group, let's say the Bible study groups and commissions and all that kind of subgroups you have, and you can manage it with the Business API.
Yeah. No, I think it's always based on the size of your organization. No, I mean, for a small organization, WhatsApp Business. Large organization, WhatsApp API. There is another case that sometimes we have, that is a small organization, but highly technical. No, like let's say you are a developer, or you are an agency, or you are an e-commerce expert, something like that. These guys normally they tend to go to WhatsApp API directly, no, because they want to automate everything, no. But you need to have skills to set up, as you mentioned before, no. You need to have technical skills to set up WhatsApp API, because it's not easy, as using a CRM or something like that.
Yeah, and that's sad. Well, it's not that easy, and we also spoke about it's not that cheap. But there are platforms in which you say you pay €50, for example, and you are allowed to use the platform, and then you have to take charge of the meta costs. So you have to pay meta an additional fee for each message, and it differs because, well, when you have a marketing message, just hey, come, this is the Black Friday deal, then that's the most expensive message. The marketing messages are the most expensive. You also have service messages like hey, this is a notification about your about this event. Hey, we scheduled a meeting at 3:00. Be there, something like that. It's a cheaper notification. So there is a price difference between different kind of notification, different kind of messages.
Correct.
So that's to keep in mind, and it is possible to do it for €100. Yeah, but also said to make it a little bit more complicated, you also are the WhatsApp business communities, community like I have. I have a group of a couple of hundreds of WhatsApp business professionals in my community, and you have to use the WhatsApp Messenger app. So the normal one, you can't do it with the WhatsApp Business app. You can't do it with WhatsApp Business API. So you can do it with the WhatsApp Messenger app, and that one is that's for managing the communities. In the future, there will be an integration with the API and the community. But certainly, when you want to manage a community, you can't do it with the WhatsApp Business app, and also not with the WhatsApp Business API.
Yeah.
To get it more complicated. So to conclude, it is sometimes a little bit complicated, but people like us, and we are talking about it to get it a little bit less complicated.
No, and I think that's the reason, companies should, contact with someone like you, like Erwin, because I mean, there is not like there is not a straight answer. There is no yes or no answer. It's like, okay, let's see. No, let's see what you want to do. Let's see how you want to deploy it. Let's see what are the resources. Let's see, what's your backend. Let's see how it's because it's all based on different scenarios. No, like I mean, you may use WhatsApp API for XYZ, but maybe you need to have WhatsApp for these other cases. No?
Yeah, and it's complicated, but not always. It's expensive, but not always. So that also depends on the situation, and that's why I try to inform people about what's possible and how it's possible. That's why I also say, okay, you can. I review platforms, for example. And these are the intermediary platforms between the API and the client. So you don't have to be a developer and go directly to Meta to make your own platform and make your own API connection. That is possible, but not recommendable. So, but you go to a software platform that has all the work done for you. And these platforms, they all have their own focus. For some platforms, for example, have a customer support focus. So when you need a customer support solution, go to them. Other have e-commerce solution. So you want to connect your web shop, WooCommerce or Shopify, then you have to go to a platform built on the WhatsApp Business API that is focused on commerce. And go on and on, marketing, sales, for example, funneling, notifications. All these platforms have their own niche.
Yeah.
And that's why I reviewed them. So you can click, oh, what do I need? Oh, I need a platform for customer support. I need a pricey one or a cheap one. Pricey, for example, when you need GDPR
Compliance.
Then and the more expensive ones that they mostly have took attention for it, and the cheaper ones less. So for example, you can select what do you need, and then you get the platform I reviewed, which I think is best for you.
No, that's fantastic, and I think someone like is independent and can tell you, what is good, what is bad, which one you should use, which one you should not. I think that's the value of your work, and I think is highly recommended, because otherwise, each vendor is going to tell you like, yes, we are the best, you should go with us.
And that's the problem now. There is no comparison platform at the moment, so everyone says, it's the best, come to me, and and the prices are very different. So
but I mean, can you tell us some, or I don't know if you can share a screen with your website, so we can take a look at what users can expect when they visit your website, and how they can browse different solutions, so they can see more or less what we are talking about, because this is like you can choose. Yes. Let me put it here. Okay, so that's fantastic. So this is your
This is my personal website. It's like the platforms I reviewed. They get an overall score, and the overall score is altogether the pricing, the features, the usability, the company. So I give a score to each facet of the company, and in total you get an overall score. So these are important companies worldwide which offer the WhatsApp API connection. Now, for example, when I say now most have broadcasting. Broadcasting is when you send bulk messages, a message to, let's say, 1,000 of your contacts, you send them one message. That's broadcasting. Now, most of them have. So, but you have a selection of the broadcasting companies. But for example, there are also omni-channel. They provide several channels within one platform. Some companies use it because they say, okay, but I have also Facebook and Instagram messages. I have also email that I want to integrate. And some say, no, I just want a WhatsApp channel. So, for example, when I'm in education, I'm in school, for example, and I only want a WhatsApp solution. So I click on the WhatsApp only, and then I get the platforms that only offer a WhatsApp solution. So, for example, this to give you an example, for example, this is Watchbox, for example, and Watchbox has a score of 70. But when you see it, the features, they are not that advanced, but in pricing they are very cheap. Usability and support, no, not so much, and company ook not so much. It's a very small company, for example. But nevertheless, and other companies have the same score, but they have excellent features, but very less attractive pricing. So it depends on what you are looking for.
Exactly. About pricing, I mean, so people also can understand, what we are talking about. What do you see in the price range? Normally, what we see normally is price per agent, right? I will say that's the standard, no?
Yeah, it's price per agent, but it really depends. There are also platforms that charge conversational pricing, so only a pricing per message.
Yeah.
But it depends. I would say I can't tell you upfront because every platform chooses its own direction. But you have to take account between, let's say, 50 euros and 1,000 euros. The more expensive platform charges 1,000 euros a month. And the more cheap platforms, they charge, let's say, 50 euros a month. And then you have also the cheaper platforms with less features that charge much less, for example. But
I think I think less than 50 is hard to.
It's hard to find. You have to count with the WhatsApp meta costs, which are
Yeah.
around 5 or 10 cents. It depends on the region where you're in and type of messages. So
Correct.
let's say if you are sending 500 messages a month for not so big, such a big company, or let's say,
Yeah.
um,
No, but I think it's good. It's just to give users a reference, like, hey, if you want to jump to WhatsApp API because you want automation, you want to send bulk messages, that is a request every day coming to us. Like people want to send broadcast messages like crazy, but hey, it's hard to do it.
you don't offer bulk messaging, or do you?
Sorry.
Do you offer bulk messaging with your platform?
Very selectively. I mean, like we want to chat with the customer before doing anything wrong, because most users think about spam. Like I want to send a message to a user base that is there but is not there. So we prefer to check what they want to do for real. Who is the user who is going to receive the message, if they have GDPR, of course, and what's the message about, no? Because sometimes it's very spammy, and I don't think it's going to help them, as a business. I mean, it's not like for the user, but for you as a business, I don't think it's the right way to go. I think it's better to build a relationship. That is what I think WhatsApp is main for.
Yeah.
And if you need to send a broadcast message, I think newsletters or ads, I think is a better tool for that.
Yeah, and that's why I believe in WhatsApp, because you can't permit to send spammy or too much ads, because when people click on, hey, this, I don't want this message, it affects your it affects your account, and you can get blocked. So you have to always think about how valuable is my message for the one who receives it. And with email marketing, for example, you don't care. You do it out, and when you get blocked, your IP gets blocked. You get to another IP, and you do the same again. So, well, you, for example, when you send someone a message, WhatsApp also asks, is this a message you want? If you click no, I don't want a message, it affects your
the quality of the account, and
the quality of the account. So, and you can't, it's, you have to be very careful as a company, and that's why I believe in WhatsApp as a marketing tool, for example, for the future.
Yeah, and I think well, Meta has good things, bad things, but I think what they are doing with WhatsApp API, that is all about quality, knowing who is the owner of the number, and who is the company behind the number. I mean, all that verification that they are doing, I think really improves the quality of the channel, no? Because you need to do, I mean, it's like I don't know if it's the same in the Netherlands, but in Spain we have a lot of SMS that is pure spam. Like you receive an SMS that is, hey, you have a new notification from your bank, and it's a spam. I mean, it's a scam. I mean, it's probably it's fraud directly. And telco companies enable that. I mean, you can send an SMS from a bank name without any verification, and that's crazy. I mean, if you think about it, it's like, I mean, that should be forbidden. And what WhatsApp is doing that, no? I mean, if you want to send a message, you need to prove you are the company holder, and you need to prove you're going to send a proper message, and then you can send it. So
and then it's our referee, like with football, it's our referee, and
and yes, some people may think, hey, this is not like open, it's not an open environment like email, but hey, you need to choose, no, what you want to do in this world, no? Like you can play with the rules.
And it's also only with outgoing messages, because when your audience messages you, it's completely different. So it's with incoming and automation. You can do automation, for example, also with incoming messages. For example, when you go to to a restaurant and you see the QR code on the table, you can pick up your phone, scan the QR code, it directs you to WhatsApp. You directly get the menu, you order, you click on send,
Yeah.
and it gets in the automation system of the restaurant. So you don't need to wait for the waitress to ask for you for a drink, but you can take care of yourself that it's automatically in the system. And that's just an example.
Yeah. No, we see a lot of usage in, in pretty much any system, like logistics is very popular. Like when you send a package to someone, you can send, an automated message like, hey,
Yeah.
your delivery is going to be there in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. You can send a quality message after that, like, hey, is being everything okay? Are you happy with the service? So there are a lot of usages, but I think you need to be very careful about, what you want to do. Like who is your audience, how you're going to use it, because your account can be blocked, and that's a reality. Companies should understand that if they don't behave properly, Facebook can block you, and you can lose the account at all. And that can be problematic.
Yeah, you have to be
to recover.
Yeah, you have to be careful. That's I think the next big market is notifications, because to give you an example, I had a meeting with a WhatsApp business platform. Totally my mistake, because it was on Friday morning. I didn't check my SMS. They had a Calendly. They used Calendly to schedule the meeting. I got an SMS. I didn't check. They sent me an email. It got in my Gmail advertisement box, and it was in the morning, and I was just reading the news, so nothing important. It was just a mistake from my side. So I missed the call, and then I said, "Shh, I missed it." But I also didn't got a WhatsApp notification, and I had checked my WhatsApp. So why didn't they send me a notification via WhatsApp? Now, well, because WhatsApp is the most read communication app. I think a notification is the most important feature. For example, what you say within the delivery of a parcel, when you go to the dentist, hey, you have the meeting tomorrow, next morning, 9 o'clock. Please be there. For the healthcare, for example, for logistics, for just meetings between you and me, that you send an automated notification. So I think the next big thing will be notifications.
No, and for example, that's something we do for our users. But what we have done is we use our own API to send the notifications, instead of asking to each user to create its own API account. So we have done a service, let's say a white label services for our users to send the notifications on their behalf. So with that, we have solved some problems for the users to adopt the WhatsApp API, because otherwise will be crazy, for us, for them.
Can you also link a calendar already with the notifications?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Google, other calendars.
Yeah, we have a webhook, and you can send the meetings to your calendar as you need. So it's a simple solution.
I didn't review your platform yet, as you have.
No, that's something that is pending. But that bookings, the booking system we have is is being popular, because the users love the notifications, the reminder. We send the thank you note. We send like a book your next event soon. So we have a few automations, but we do it on behalf of our user. And because we work with small companies, they think, hey, this is great. You do it for me, fantastic. Like I don't need to think about it. So that's a very popular solution we have. We also have the same, but for WooCommerce. So WooCommerce is the e-commerce for WordPress, and you can send automated messages based on the status or of the order. So the same, you don't need to think about it. You put a plugin, it works. That's it. Super simple.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. No, but I think WhatsApp API. I think we have described the process, how it works. Then I think it's interesting to talk about two elements. One is there are only WhatsApp API providers, let's say, like a 360 dialogue, for example.
Yeah.
And there are providers who give you the tool and the API, right? I mean, so if you can describe a bit.
What I call the software as a service, the SaaS providers, yeah. 360 dialogue is, for example, it's a little bit of an explanation of the ecosystem. It's a business solution provider, BSP, what we call in this world, and mostly, the software platforms, like the software platforms, use the BSPs to create. So there is another layer. You have Meta, then you have the BSPs, then you have the SaaS platforms, and then you as a client. And when you look beyond, there is even more layers between. So, but when you are a client, just look for the SaaS platform. And if you want to develop, you can go to the BSP, for example. You can integrate WhatsApp into your business application, or go directly to Meta. But it takes you hundreds of hours to do a proper integration with skilled people. So the BSP, like 360 Dialog, and there are a lot of more. Twilio, GubSub, Infobeep. There are a lot of. Use them only when you are developing.
Correct, but I think it's an option, and I think it's good to explain it, because sometimes it's like that, no? Sometimes you have a team of developers, or in your company you have someone, a developer or an agency who helps you with code, etc. So I think it's a good alternative to think about these companies, because they are going to give you an API in a more accessible way than Meta.
Exactly.
And you can work easily with them, and there are code. I mean, if you go to GitHub, you can see examples of, hey, this works with this API, and it's going to be easy for you to deploy solutions, let's say internally, for your use case, no? And you can really customize your needs, no? Like, hey, I want this to happen with this event. I want to send this message to this user. If you want something like that, I think working with something like 360 or GubSub or these platforms, I think it's a good alternative. No, I mean, I think it's a good.
Exactly, that's the way how it goes. And when you're more like me, I'm a marketer, so I'm not a developer. I can make a small, simple API, the webhook. I can do it, but it's not my talent. It's not my skill.
Yeah.
So I need the SaaS platforms with an embedded sign up that I say, this is my number, click on this, Facebook, click, and ready. You can go.
Exactly. So, and these platforms is what you mentioned before, no? Like there are some for support, and others for marketing, and others for a bit of everything.
They all have their own niche specialization,
Yeah, this is what users can see in your website. No, I put the link on the video, so I can go to your website. I can filter solutions based on specific parameters.
Exactly, that's how it works. And you have also the chatbot applications, for example, which is very popular. The AI applications, for example, because AI is nice, but when you make AI accessible with WhatsApp, it's more powerful, and then you need the chatbot. So you come in this terminology with chatbot, AI, WhatsApp. So it's getting more and more technical than just customer support. Send a message, send a customer support message. But this is the future. I mean that you now have a website to get to provide information. But in the future, you can have your WhatsApp channel with your AI bot that's giving more precise and detailed information, more automated, more calculated. So that is the future, but it's not. Most companies in 2 years will not change, but in 5 or 10 years, many things will change. I think.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think right now for support, AI agents are very decent. For sales and onboarding, I think it's a bit more. I mean, can be a bit more problematic.
Yeah.
I prefer to have humans in those cases.
Business to business is still difficult for WhatsApp business. I mean, most times it's business to consumer, because the consumers all use WhatsApp. So it and business is still mailing. I mean,
Yeah.
and yeah, the personal touch of a big sales is more important. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when if you are selling a house, or you are selling a car, or you are selling some equipment, or you're selling some, I think an AI agent is not ready yet. I
No.
think maybe in the upcoming years it's going to happen, but I think right now to have a human being is very good. An AI agent may help you with qualification, may help you with scoring, may help you with with other tasks. But when you need to talk with someone, you need. I think in those cases, I prefer to have a
Yeah.
real human.
What for me is very important is that you put your customer, your client in control. So they choose
Yeah,
if they want to use your AI or your personal agents. When you
correct.
take away the control, it I don't believe in it, because I don't want to be helped by bots when I want to be helped by humans. But when I'm in control and I say, okay, when I ask this question to a human, it may take 2 or 3 hours with incomplete results, or I use the bot and I get an immediate result with all the information there is, then the choice is clear. But when I don't get the choice, so it's kind of unclear. So for me, WhatsApp, you can use it, for example, always when you can, for example, make a chatbot that when people say, I want to speak to someone, and then that you let AI recognize and interpret the message and say, okay, this person wants to be helped by an agent. So immediately there is an answer in there. Thank you. You will now immediately will be directed to an agent. It might take a couple of minutes, but you are now transferred to an agent. Well, that's where I believe in that you are in control, and then AI will be helpful. But when AI is forced, I don't want to. I don't want to be subject to forced AI because it helps companies.
Yeah, yeah. No, fantastic. Well, we have the last minute, so I think
Yeah,
is just to recap. I mean, please go to erwinvankindel.com, the
exactly.
website, for not to compare solutions. I think is
Exactly. Yeah,
is
and it's still complicated. So if you have any question, it's still in the situation. I didn't automate my consults yet, so feel free to ask me. Hey, Erwin, I'm in this situation. What should I use? I have a broad network of professionals who are willing to help you. So I can always direct you to or a developer or the right platform. And in the meantime, I will improve my platform so that it automates, that you can click and say, okay, that's what I need and that's the best solution. But whenever you have questions, feel free to ask me your question. And it's for you, Cesar, but also for the people who listen. It's no problem
yeah.
for me to connect someone.
No, and also I think the community you have is very good. I mean, if you are in the WhatsApp space, if you are a developer, if you are a business provider, if you are some agency looking for solutions, I think to engage with you and join the community, I think is good, because you are going to meet other people and you're going to see what is happening. So I think either way, if you are in this space, let's say in a professional layer, I think it's good to contact with you and at least to learn more and to see other platforms and
Oh,
to
yeah.
discover new solutions, right?
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to be here and to explain a little bit about the eco-structure and how it works. And I hope it helped a bit to get some more things what is still complicated, to get it more easy. You do it with Chatwit to make things easier, I know that. And I try to do it with my platform. So everyone does his part, and Meta will do eventually also their part to make it easier. It takes some time.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic, Erwin. And well, thank you. We will share this on the YouTube. We will put links to your website so people can discover what you do and hopefully find the good solutions for their business.
Okay,
Well, thank you
very much, Cesar.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.